Hey, what's going on, guys? Melissa Miller, aka Melissa Backwoods here, and man, it's a bit as the dreariest day of that I've seen thus far. Seriously, look at that sky, gross. Anyway, weird knives, yes, weird knives. If you guys know me or been following my channel for a minute, you know that I have a thing for weird knives. They're just such bad boys. They break all the rules of what a knife should be. They're not even practical most of the time, but you want them because they're weird. It is just endlessly fascinating to me how we are able to take one of the most simple tools in the world and recreate it in so many different forms. Done a weird knife video before, but this video is going to be particularly focused on Civivi and weird knives that I own, including the Pyrus. This is the first one we're going to talk about. By the way, all these products will be linked below, as always, affiliate links, so I will earn a small commission. Now, this is a slip joint style knife. Very fun little O-stop held design, ceramic blade, 14C28, and it's even got jimping, guys, right there and right there. This is probably my favorite weird knife that I own at the minute. Very fun, very fidgety design, but you gotta be careful because I will tell you, I did nick myself with it a couple times in the first week. So it doesn't lock out. You can just press it, and I, for some reason, kept like shutting it like this onto my knife or onto my finger, so don't do that. I do like the pocket clip. It's this like little wire that goes around the frame of the knife. You pull it out, and then your bloop, knife is ready. I like this that little blade is really able to get into those tight spaces. Also very fun to give people a thumbs up. Wouldn't use this for cardboard, but tape, packages, envelope slicing, yeah, this is woo. No, nah. Yeah, wouldn't use this to, break down cardboard boxes. Not good for that, but definitely good for tape, small little packages, envelopes, letter opening. I give this a thumbs up. Also just very fun, very fidgety. Woohoo! Yeah. Okay, next up we have another weird little ring knife. This is the Civivi Quick Snip. It's like 10 bucks. You get the little chain so you can wear it around your neck, and you also get the 3 replaceable blades. Replacing blades on this, really simple. Just need a T6, and yeah, you just pop that out right there. 4 grams, doesn't get much lighter than that. Now, one thing I do want to complain about is I wish they would have just put a little bit of machining or grip around the ring, because it does feel a little bit slippery, but I mean, then again, it's like 10 bucks. Yeah, new necklace. Okay, now let's get on to this other necklace that I'm wearing, which is my next weird knife. I promise that the next knife we do is going to be a big knife, okay? This is the Civivi Gramis. It is $30 on sale for $25 right now. This is legitimately a cool looking little neck knife, at least in my opinion. So I shortened the lanyard hole on it because the lanyard rope on it was just a bit too big. It comes with this little Kydex sheath, you get the chain, and the blade itself, let's zoom in here, is it's a attractive blade. It's jimping right here, and this right here is big enough to get your finger there comfortably. It feels comfortable to hold. They did put some thought into the functionality of it. Back off. It's slicey. Look at that. For that blade length, how long can we go? Oh yeah. Yeah, it is just a cool little knife. The Civivi Gramis right there. How many knives will I be wearing by the end of today? Okay, I promised you that the next knife was going to be big, so here it is. This is the Civivi Hid, another new one. Here we go. We have a giant folding kitchen knife. Surprisingly lightweight. It's like 5.2 ounces. Ambidextrous. I switched the pocket clip over because I have used it a little bit, and that wire clip also makes it just that much more lightweight. So it is a nested liner lock, and G10 handle, 14C28 end steel, which you can get nice and razor sharp for all that vegetable slicing. And there's a lanyard pin right there, so if you want to put a lanyard through it, you can do that. See how she cuts the squash. Okay, yep, she slices right through that. Ooh, and look how nice and wide that knife is. It's nice and wide. It's covering the whole length of that squash. Plus that 14C28 end steel, you can get this stuff just razor sharp. So yeah, that is great. We love it. The only con is that it's like kind of a little weird for me to close one-handed, just probably because it's so big. And shout out to the jimping that's here, here, and here. This whole thing is basically jimped up on the spine. Favorite knives of Civivi that has come out this year. Definitely adding this to my camping gear setup. Typhon, also known as Typheous, was a monstrous serpentine giant and one of the deadliest creatures in Greek mythology. Well, that is also the name of this knife. $70 to $90, 14C, 28N steel. Do you see what's happening? Ah, it's a transformer knife. So it starts off as a push dagger, but then it goes on hinges and then goes into a straight drop point blade. Now, would I recommend this knife as an EDC knife? No, absolutely not. It doesn't lock out. Like there's no, what would be cool is if they made a version of this that locked out. But it's still really cool. So cool, in fact, that they had this as a Wii knife version, and so many people requested that they make it in a cheaper, more available version. And thus the Civivi version of it was born. I like the leather sheath it comes with too. Nifty. And since we're on the topic of transforming knives, we're going to talk about another bizarre knife from Civivi, and that is the Orthrus. Incidentally, this one's also named after a Greek mythology animal, a two-headed dog, which this indeed has two heads, because we have it here as a straight dagger type style blade, and then press this button, and now it's turned into a, they're saying a kind of karambit style type. Now this blade comes with a kydex sheath, but it also comes with the Terzola T-clip system, which I love this system because it's so easy to take off on a belt, on a backpack strap, molly paneling system, you name it. Last breaker tip, there's a little hole right here, which is going to be like an orientation hole, so you kind of know where your hand is in relation to the blade. Not a knife for newbies. Definitely get used to this thing before you carry it because it is just, it's completely edged everywhere. Curve edged, serrated, straight dagger. Just about every type of edge you can think of on this. Human skull replica. Oh, okay, that was already in a puncture part. Let's try here. Oh, okay. Yep. Frank, poor Frank. Granted, that skull was already a little weakened from some prior testing. Uh-oh. After a few stabbings, I did bend it a little bit. Ooh. So maybe don't go piercing it into human skull replicas. And that is the Civivi Orthrus. Next up, a very non-intimidating knife, and that is the Wii Knife Quark. This one also genuinely looks dope as a neck knife. I would just shorten the chain a little bit. This is a specialty knife and it's a little pricey. It's like 90 bucks, but you can get it on sale for $70. There's a little magnet in the sheath right there, so it kind of sucks the blade in. And it's made with M390 steel and a titanium handle. Fun little package slicer though. Really kind of just like a little utility blade. This is the like shortest knife I have. It's a little chisel grind. Trying to get it on this zip tie. Zip tie? Okay, not zip tie friendly. And for what it's worth, there is jimping. Come on, focus up. Focus! And guess what? This is an O-stop hell design too. He's designed like pretty much 90% of this list. That is not intentional. And that is the Wii Knife Quark. What a fitting name. That's a very fitting name. Quark. Quark. Quarky Quark. Quark is quirky. Last knife. Do you like elves? I like elves. I like elves a lot. I've always wanted to be an elf. And not the Christmas elves, the cool fantasy elves. And this, to me, looks like an elven type knife. This is the Civivi D-Art. I think it's like 45 bucks. This is one of those designs where just simplicity speaks for itself. A beautiful little symmetrical design that resembles kind of an infinity symbol to me. It is a dagger, but this side does not cup sharpened. Well, the sun is setting, it's hitting that very beautifully, so you can see all the little machining intricacies. There's jimping right here, so it is like you can grip onto that and use it to cut. Though, I mean, I wouldn't consider this a utility knife by any means, but absolutely an elegant little elf knife. Half an ounce, 15 grams, barely feel it. You can wear it with your Quark and your Gramis and your Snip. And then you can be Weird Knife King or Queen of the world. Okay. Honorary mention to the Civivi knife Starflare, an aluminum handle, which is a button lock with I think, a very unique design. Nitro V blade, aluminum handle, and yeah, it does, I mean, it's Starflare, right? And you got these little stars shooting throughout of it. Some people, I know it's not everyone's cup of tea, but just a pretty futuristic, kind of whimsical design. Also, it's like 80 bucks. I think you can get it for $63 right now, and it is reversible, so left-handed friendly. Relatively lightweight for a fuller sized EDC knife. This machining goes here and it goes all the way through onto the blade. Little details like that. Very snappy. Okay, sorry if that seemed rushed, but we are losing daylight and I am filming in my living room and the studio lights are again kind of dim. Thank you Civivi as always because they have been a reason that I'm able to do what I do here on my channel as a partner, and yeah, thumbs up to them. Hope you guys have a great week, weekend, whatever day it is for you. And as always, thank you very much for the love and support and kindness on this channel. Man, you guys are the best. Okay, have a safe and happy holiday. Bye. If you like things that are sharp and pointy, then maybe you should subscribe to my channel.